reason or an obstacle that you've been faced with that you would like to ask about today? Maybe you just didn't realize the importance of it, or not sure how to go about it, or anything like that?
What kind of video should I show?
What kind of video? Okay, that's a good one. Okay, anyone else? Any other reasons why?
Me, myself, I never watch videos. If I see advertisement with video, I just skip it.
Okay, but you're your own customer though. You know, I own 2 gyms, right? And I would never do the exercises and diets they do, right? But I'm not selling to myself, that's the thing. So we've got to be careful and mindful of that. Okay, but then again, yeah, it's hard. If you don't watch videos yourself, you don't really know what would people want to see on videos, right? Yeah. So, anybody else?
I just saw one report in social media marketing, and they say the video is the most less engaged than anything. Which you reply.
Compared to what, images or?
Comparing to images.
Yeah, it might be.
You can stop image and take a look at video. You cannot.
Right, and so you've got to be careful of stats like that, right? Because what is engagement, you know? Because the thing is, usually they're monitoring that by time, right? So yes, someone might stop and read a quote or a meme, right? But if they watch 30 seconds of a video, they're a far better prospect for me. Because anyone can watch an image, it does not make them a buyer in any way, shape or form, you know? I'll scroll through Facebook or Instagram, I'll like all the pictures of Ferraris and things. I ain't gonna go and buy one tomorrow. And you've got to be careful, there's so many different variables to it. That's where the buyer's journey really clarifies all this for people, because we chase all these odd metrics and we don't know what should be chasing most of the time. People say Instagram is 50% more engaging than Facebook. But on Facebook, 50% more of the people convert to customers. What do you want at the end of the day? Engagement or customers? And how do we turn engagement in, how do we monetize engagement? Right? Because engagement and awareness on their own are not correlated to sales. Right? Back in the, must have been the 70s, I think, when Pepsi made a big drive to compete with Coca-Cola, they spent millions on a big brand awareness campaign. They got Michael Jackson involved, and the polls showed that their awareness went up like 10%. Their sales didn't budge. People thought, oh, cool, Michael Jackson, you know, great. And then picked up a can of Coke and kept drinking it. Right, so you've got to be very aware of those stats, and a lot of them can be misleading. Okay, so all this means ultimately that we need to change our approach and really start understanding our consumers, what they want, who they are, and how they're using the internet / social media, because it's the same thing. Okay, so the first step in this is branding. Okay, now people think that branding just means a logo, right? And you know, the thing with branding people don't get is it's not just for big corporates. It's not just for Nike and Starbucks. Okay, branding, if we really strip it down, is what how people perceive you. It's the story around it's the feeling someone gets around your company. And often, the actual brand comes afterward. The brand is often a consequence of things the company are doing. People think the brand is the instigator. I'm going to engineer a brand and force it into the market, and then people are going to fall into line and think I'm a nice person. It's actually the other way around. What you do and how you are as a company is going to create your brand. It's how people talk about you and what they think about you. So, a couple of quick branding basics to think about. Okay, I've got a few areas to go into today, so I'm not going to go super deep on each one, but we're going to have a good overview of a few talking points. So your story, first of all, is a big one, and the story of your company. You know, many big companies, as big as they get, they always have that story told by the founder of how important it is. And of course, we learn by stories. Okay, stories have been the absolute best marketing strategy. You know, since Jesus did it 2,000 years ago, we tell stories up till Tony Robbins today, and people in the future. We learn through stories. We relate through stories. We're actually taught from children to process information that's given to us through stories, nursery rhymes, and so on. So if you tell more stories in your marketing, you're going to create a stronger brand. Out of interest, how many of you believe that you do have an interesting story around the formation of your companies? Raise your hand up if you think it's an interesting story. 2 in the room.
Story, how the company appeared?
How or why it started. Yeah.
How why it started. Real story or story which I tell to my customers?
Oh, okay then. Let's talk about that. What's the difference?
Not much, really.
Apart from the names, dates, locations, and
Apart from the money. From the clients, I took the money out of the story and all that.
Okay, so what, very briefly in a few seconds, what is the main story about why you got into business, why you set up your company?
Why set up the company? Well, I have 2 directions. It's like say commercial direction and the private direction. Yes, so mostly about stories I talk to my private clients.
Okay, let's pick one. Yeah.
Yes, I'm managing their renovations, so their constructions projects, and I help them save their time and money and know what exactly they are doing, how much it will cost,
Okay.
and when it will be finished.
So why are you interested in doing that?
I really able to organize people and things.
Are you also here on marketing on behalf of them?
Sorry?
Are you here to learn marketing on behalf of that company? Or
Sorry, do I learn marketing?
to learn the market, is it for, this is a different company that you're working
No, it's
with?
my company.
Oh, it's yours, okay, right, okay. So yeah, so why this company in the first place? Why did you start it?
I like doing this.
Mm,
Yeah,
why?
and I'm good at this. I'm bringing people together.
How are you good at it? How did
good?
you get good at it?
How do you get this? Well, partly of my education, partly of my experience, partly of my natural habits and talents.
Okay. And what is this company doing for people?
What my company does for people.
Mm-hmm. What values does it give?
Yeah, values that save you money and time, and I'm getting half of their concerns
Mm-hmm.
and give them confidence. Then their refurbishment of their house will finish on that day, and they will get exactly what they wanted.
Good. Okay, so you see there's always where you came from, there's always the skills you have, how you got them, there's always why you started, and there's always the value you give to people.
Sorry,
There's so much.
the last thing I just remembered.
You can tell us the fake story now?
No. This is a real story, actually. Yeah, it was very sweet. My latest client gave me a little card in the end of the project with the "Thank you for bringing our dream to be true." So,
Here we
yeah,
go.
so
That's what
I
I'm
think I
talking
will
about.
check this like a logo. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is where I'm getting at in just a moment, okay? We all have a story about who we are, why we're doing something. Nike took off as a company because at the time they were competing against Adidas and Reebok, and Nike were the complete opposite. They were just, they self-defined themselves as like a ragtag bunch of rebels. And whilst the other companies were showing the corporate buildings and offices, Nike put that advert out, I think back in the 70s, of it was like just it was like a skate park with a few teenagers in caps and baggy shorts, and they said, "This is Nike. This is our team and our headquarters." And that was their story. This is who we are, what we stand for, and that of course attracted the right people to them. So think about your core values, especially if you're the CEO or founder of the company. What are the core values or traits that you actually bring into your company? Right, this is all part of the branding, and most of the marketing, especially when we come out to a colder audience, is largely telling stories around these things. Okay, and the real thing, this is what I think about. What business are you really in? And this is where you just touched on the story. Okay, so technically, what business would you say you're in? Development, construction. Or what will be the technical terms? What business are you in? They might be able to come back and actually start leading and teaching English workshops here in Brazil for the people that can't afford to travel, and they're bringing those resources back and helping the country. Then I said, go make a post about that on Facebook, because at the moment when she's starting off, she has no audience. The only people on Facebook are her friends and family, right? Which is another mistake. It doesn't matter what you post on Facebook if you're talking to the wrong people. But then we stripped it down so she could make a post, and I said, just tell people that. this is my vision for the company I'm building. We want to, change people's lives, bring English back to Brazil, change the economy. To my friends and family watching my Facebook, does anybody know anyone you can connect me with or tag below that would want to help us achieve this vision? What media might want to feature it? What investors might want to get involved? What educational departments might be able to help us? What funding could we get? And these kind of questions, that's when you start getting people really caring about your business now, because it has a wider effect, and they have self-interest as well, obviously. But this is where it starts from. Without this kind of vision, you're stuck trying to sell your product, and you're not selling a bigger vision. That's what's going to get you to have exciting content that people are going to want to see as an introduction to your company. So if that's the first thing you see from that company, it's who we are, why we're doing this, what we're really in the business in, and why you should care. Then the next question is going to be, wow, where do I find out more? Right? And that's what it's all about. So.